At my little brother's swim meet, a man stood up in the bleachers and roared, "That's my son! Get him out of that water!" He was pointing straight at Eli. Eli's 10. He was up on the blocks in lane 4, goggles down, doing the little shoulder shake he always does before a race. He didn't hear it, but everyone else did. The families around us stopped mid-cheer and turned, first toward the man, then toward the skinny kid he was pointing at, then toward my mother, who had gone completely rigid beside me. Her face just emptied. "That's my boy!" he shouted, already shoving his way down the bleacher steps. "Somebody stop him! That woman has no right to him!" My mom grabbed my arm hard enough to leave marks. She stood up and moved fast along the pool deck toward the coaches, and I followed her because I didn't know what else to do. She said something quick and low to Eli's coach, and then she pulled Eli off the blocks 30 seconds before his heat. He came up confused and embarrassed, dripping, asking what he did wrong, while she wrapped his towel around him and started walking him toward the exit. The man was coming after us now, half jogging along the wet tile, shouting loud enough that the whole natatorium heard it echo. "You can't take him. He's mine. Somebody call the police." We pushed through the crowd of parents and swimmers. My mom was nearly running, gripping Eli's hand. Eli started crying, asking why we were leaving, asking about his race. "Nothing's your fault, baby. We just have to go right now." Her voice was shaking in a way I had never heard from my mother in 17 years, and that terrified me more than the man did. We made it to the parking lot, and she couldn't get the key in the door. Her hands were jumping. I took the fob from her and unlocked it, and that's when he caught up with us. He was crying too, out of breath, red-faced. "I know his name. It's Elias. He was born in March. He has a birthmark on his left shoulder. Go on, look. Tell me I'm wrong." He put himself near the passenger door. "Call the police. Please. Let them come. They'll see whose kid he is." And for one horrible second, I doubted my own mother. Because he was right. The birthmark, the birthday, the name nobody outside our family used. My brain was scrambling. Was there something I hadn't been told? Some whole history I was too young to remember? Mom got Eli and me into the back seat and locked the doors. The man started knocking on the window, sobbing, saying he'd been looking for 4 years, that he just wanted to see his son's face. Parents were spilling out of the building now. A couple of them had their phones up, filming. 2 dads came over, looking between the crying man and the woman who just locked 2 kids in a car, and I could see them trying to figure out who was the danger here. My mom stepped just outside the door. "Stay with your brother. Lock it behind me." Through the glass, I watched her call 911, then pull something up on her phone and hold it out to the 2 dads. The man was waving his own phone at them, showing photos of a toddler. Both of them were crying. Nobody knew who to believe. The police came in under 10 minutes. 2 officers split them apart. One walked over and asked me to crack the window. "You okay in there? That your brother?" I nodded, holding Eli, who had gone quiet against my shoulder. "Sit tight. We'll figure this out." I watched my mom scroll and scroll on her phone for one officer, while the man talked fast and desperate to the other. It took maybe 20 minutes and a couple of radio calls. Then one officer walked back to the man and put him in handcuffs. He dropped onto the curb, sobbing, as they walked him to the car. "Is he Eli's real dad?" I asked when Mom got back in. She was gray, her eyes red. "Biologically, yes," she said. "Legally, no. He hasn't been for 4 years." She told me the rest driving home. Eli asleep against me. When Eli was 5, there'd been an incident, one bad enough that the court terminated the man's rights entirely and granted my mother sole custody, with a permanent no-contact order. I'd been 13 and had only ever been told they'd separated. He never accepted it. He'd shown up at schools, once outside our house. Mom had learned to keep the custody order and the protective order saved on her phone, ready for exactly a day like this one. They arrested him for violating that order. My mom wasn't taking my brother. She'd fought for years to keep him, and she was still doing it in a parking lot on a Saturday morning.